this week's episode, we're going to be exploring ambient lighting and self-care. There's been a lot of things in the news recently about stress and how we deal with it, and how we incorporate self-care into stress alleviation. So, and I know for myself, because it's something that I've also gone through, and there's only so many face creams and hair products that you can use and haircuts until you realise that that's actually not going to cut it. So we've never really thought about lighting, I don't think, as a way of making us shift our moods. One of the things, and if you listen to my videos a lot more, you'll understand my background and where I've come from. So essentially, growing up in the UK, a good 8 years of the month are pretty much spent indoors. I know that's shifting a lot because we're realising that actually it's better to be outdoors regardless of whether it's cold or not, but I'm very much a warm weather person. That's why I moved to Australia. But a lot of the time, you have very little light. So in the UK especially, it can get light in winter only for maybe from 8-9 o'clock in the morning, and then it's getting dark at about 3-4 o'clock, and that can have a massive impact on your mood. So what the Institute of Happiness and something that came about in Denmark was they were trying to find ways for people to really connect and feel happiness even though they couldn't get outside a lot, or it might be overcast, or there's not a lot of sunshine. And what they developed was a thing called hygge, which is spelled Hygge, and it's such a beautiful thing. And if you find any books about hygge, I would highly recommend reading them, regardless of where you live in the world, because it's this beautiful blend of really connecting with your environment, making your home really a sanctuary, so that when you enter the threshold, you feel a real sense of connection to your home, and it helps to alleviate the stress of whatever day you've had. So and we'll go into hygge in a little bit more detail, but particularly with ambience and lighting and self-care. So if you think about your work environment in particular, you tend to have really bright lights. It's not the same as outdoor light, and when you get home, if you are also coming home to lots of bright lights, you're not really getting a disconnect. So with mood lighting or ambient lighting is more about layering lights. So instead of putting the main ceiling lights on, you might actually put on a floor lamp or a table lamp. Depending on what task you're doing, you might put a task light on and have candles going. So this all helps to reduce the noise of, I say noise because I'm quite an audio visual person, but if you have softer lighting, it actually helps your nervous system to relax a lot more. So as an example, a little ritual that I have is when I get home from work, I open the door and I can usually smell the fragrances from the essential oils that I've had in my diffuser the night before. They permeate the air and all the furnishings really well, so it has quite a nice smell in the atmosphere. So that's the first thing. Smell your environment, make sure it smells nice. Then I'll put on a floor lamp, which then tends to have such a nice hue of light around the living room. I have a kitchen light on, and then once I've kicked off my shoes, put my bag down, I'll also light some candles as well, and then put on some really nice chill music. And I go through different phases, and Ambient Lights has their own playlists on Spotify as well that you can check out. But these things help to shift mindset and emotions away from quite a stressful busy day into things that you need to get done at home. So after I've done that, I'll then go and have a shower, and then that's kind of my day cleansed away. Um, so the things that create ambience, and ambience is really about setting the atmosphere in your home, and even in life really. If you go into a restaurant and it's harsh lights, and there's nothing on the table that makes you feel welcome, and it's horrible music playing, then you're not going to feel relaxed and calm and enjoy the whole eating experience. Whereas if you go into a place that has dimmed lights, people greet you at the door and you're happy, the music's really calm and inspiring, and you're getting beautiful wafts of the food that they're cooking in the kitchen, it's a whole different experience. So some tips for ambience and forming part of a self-care ritual is, when you get home, think about what you do. What is the first thing that goes through your mind when you open the door? Is it that you're thinking of all the things that you have to do that evening? How are you rebalancing yourself to get yourself into a really nice space to do what you need to do at home? Think about how your place smells. If you walk into your home and it smells like garbage because you haven't emptied the bin from the previous night, then that's going to change your whole mindset and emotions when you get home. And also think about the music that you're playing. Put some candles on. Just think about the things that are going to create a really nice atmosphere for you when you're at home, regardless of what that is. It's your own time, and really get into that place. We sometimes forget about being and living in the present moment, and I think that connecting with your home environment, because we spend not a lot of time there because we have to work. If you work from home, then it's a different thing. It's having little rituals can help you to shift mindset from what you're doing day to day into reconnecting with yourself in the home environment. So just think quite clearly about what it is that will make you feel good about what you're doing at home and feeling more connected with that. So I hope that's helped. Write in comments or questions in the comments below. Otherwise, you can check out our website, and I've put the details into the comments below.